And Young Buzz, welcome back to the channel, your go-to spot for everything K-pop, exciting news, and my honest thoughts about what's happening in the industry. Today we have something really special to talk about, and I can't wait to hear your opinions on this one. So let's dive right in. Twice's maknae, the one and only Tzuyu, just dropped a brand new song in collaboration with American singer Corbin Besson. Yes, you heard that right. The track is called Blink, and it was officially released on September 26th at 1 p.m. KST on all major music platforms. Now, when I first read this announcement from JYP Entertainment, my immediate thought was, wow, this is a big move for Tzuyu. She's already proven herself as a solo artist with her mini-album About Tzu last year, but this collab feels like another level. Let's talk about the song itself for a moment. Blink is described as a rhythmic duet, and it captures that electric moment when you first meet someone, when your world suddenly lights up and everything seems to revolve around them. Honestly, I love that concept because it's such a universal feeling. No matter who you are, we've all had that experience of meeting someone who instantly changes the vibe around us. And pairing that feeling with upbeat, rhythmic production feels like the perfect choice. What makes this collab extra exciting is the balance between Tzuyu and Corbin. Tzuyu steps in with her captivating rapping, yes, rapping, and Corbin brings in his sweet, smooth vocals. That contrast of tones creates what I'd call a push and pull energy in the song. It's dynamic, it's refreshing, and it honestly shows us a different side of Tzuyu that maybe not everyone was expecting. I mean, we've seen her dance, we've seen her sing, but now she's out here showing confidence as a rapper too? That's a flex. Now here's where I want to pause and ask you guys, did you expect Tzuyu to collaborate with someone like Corbin Besson? Because I'll admit, I didn't see this pairing coming. Twice usually sticks within the K-pop and J-pop markets, so seeing a member branch out to collab with an American artist feels like a statement. It's JYP basically saying, hey, our artists are ready to go global on their own too. And if you ask me, that's a really smart move. Another thing to consider is timing. This song comes out right before Twice's upcoming special album, 10, The Story Goes On, which drops next month. Plus, they're holding their fan meeting Love Universe on the 18th. So it kind of feels like Tsuyu's collab is not just a solo activity, but also a way to build hype leading into Twice's group promotions. It's like everything is feeding into each other. Tsuyu's individual growth boosts the group, and the group's activities, in turn, highlight her. From my perspective, what makes this so interesting is the idea of synergy. Tzuyu and Corbin both come from different musical backgrounds, yet they found a way to meet in the middle. That's not easy to do. Sometimes collabs can feel forced, like two artists just recording their parts separately and never really blending. But based on what JYP teased and the energy of Blink, it sounds like they genuinely created something cohesive together. Now, if I'm being honest, I also see this as Tzuyu carving out her identity in the industry. She debuted young, and for a long time, she's been seen mainly as Twice's visual. But now, piece by piece, she's showing her artistry. About Tzu was proof she could carry a project on her own, and Blink is proof she can hold her own even in a collab with an international artist. That's huge, because it suggests she's not just relying on Twice's brand, she's building her own. And here's my little personal take. I actually think Tzuyu is at the start of something bigger. Maybe we're looking at her testing out different sounds before committing to a signature solo style. Today it's rap and rhythmic beats. Tomorrow it could be ballads or even more experimental tracks. She has the voice, the charisma, and now the confidence to explore. So I'm really curious, what do you guys think? Do you like this direction Tzuyu is heading toward? And how do you feel about her doing more rap parts in her music? I feel like this is going to spark a lot of conversation in the fandom. Some people will say they prefer her singing, others will love that she's experimenting. Either way, it's a sign that Tzuyu is not staying in one lane, and I'm here for it. Before we move on to the next news topic, I just want to highlight this one more time. Tzuyu is proving herself to be more than just Twice's youngest member. She's showing growth as a soloist, she's stepping outside her comfort zone, and she's connecting with international artists in a way that can only help her career in the long run. If you ask me, Blink isn't just a song. It's a statement that Tzuyu is ready to stand shoulder to shoulder with global acts. And now, let's shift gears to another piece of news that really made me smile. And I'm sure it's gonna make all second-gen K-pop fans super emotional. We're talking about Krystal from FX. Yes, our ice princess herself. After years of focusing on her acting career, Krystal has finally dropped a hint that she might be returning to music. Can you believe it? So here's what happened. On September 26th, she uploaded a photo on her social media of a recording booth with this gorgeous view of greenery outside the window. No caption, no explanation, just the photo. And of course, fans being fans, the speculation began immediately. Everyone was like, wait, is she recording music? Is this the comeback we've been waiting for? And as if that wasn't enough, her agency, Beasts and Natives, added fuel to the fire by posting even more photos of Krystal in that very same recording booth. That's basically a confirmation without actually saying the words, right? Now, let's take a moment to process this. FX has been inactive for so long, and Krystal hasn't released music in nearly 10 years. 10 years! That's basically an entire new generation of idols debuting and making names for themselves, while we, second-gen fans, kept holding on to the hope of hearing Krystal sing again. To finally see her in a recording studio feels surreal, like a part of K-pop history is coming full circle. And I know some of you might be thinking, but wait, wasn't there talk of her going solo back in 2017? You're absolutely right. There were rumors back then about Krystal preparing for a solo debut, but SM Entertainment quickly shut those down. So for years, it felt like nothing was moving on that front. Fast forward to now, under her current agency, we're seeing real, tangible evidence that something is brewing. Personally, I think this could be one of the most anticipated solo debuts in K-pop history. Krystal has always had this unique aura, her cool, chic presence, her distinct vocal color, and her stage charisma. She's not the type to follow trends. Instead, she sets a mood. Imagine what kind of music she might release now, especially after growing so much as an artist through acting and maturing as a person over the years. Could we get something experimental? Something edgy? Or maybe a more emotional, stripped-down sound that shows a different side of her? The mystery of it all is what makes this so exciting. And let's not forget the bigger picture here. FX as a group never really got the farewell or closure that fans deserved. They were innovative, ahead of their time, and hugely influential in shaping K-pop's experimental sound. Krystal stepping back into the music scene feels like not just a win for her, but also a bittersweet gift for FX, fans who have been waiting patiently for any kind of musical activity. Now I want to toss the question to you guys. What kind of concept do you think Krystal should go for with her solo? Do you picture her doing something elegant and emotional, or maybe bold and powerful? Personally, I can imagine her pulling off a dark, moody R&B track that would highlight her vocals in such a stunning way. But at the same time, even a soft indie pop vibe would suit her perfectly. And here's something else I'm curious about. Do you think Krystal's solo debut could spark renewed interest in FFX as a group? Like, if her music does really well, could it open doors for more projects involving the other members? I mean, we've seen it before in K-pop. Sometimes a member's solo success shines a light back on the group as a whole. Either way, whether or not it leads to anything bigger, this moment right here is special. We're witnessing the return of an artist we've missed for far too long. I think Krystal's upcoming solo work has the potential to remind everyone why she was, and still is, one of the most captivating figures in K-pop. So let's celebrate this together. If you're an FX fan from way back, let me know your favorite Krystal era or performance in the comments. And if you're newer to K-pop and don't know much about FX, this is the perfect time to dive into their discography and see why fans are so emotional about Krystal's possible comeback. That's all for today's update. But wow, between Tsuyu's international collab with Corbin Besson and Krystal's hint at her long-awaited return, this week has been an emotional roller coaster for K-pop fans. It's like we're getting the best of both worlds, the new generation pushing boundaries and the second generation giving us nostalgia with a fresh twist. As always, I want to hear your thoughts. Which of these two stories got you more hyped today? Are you blasting Blink on repeat? Or are you counting the days until Krystal officially drops her solo? Share your excitement down below, because I'll be reading through your comments as always. This has been On Young Buzz. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you all in the next video.